Hello everybody, welcome to twitch.tv/SpeedGaming, and welcome to the 2025 Zelda 1 Randomizer Rookie Rumble. We have a great Game 2 matchup for you in the second round of the bracket stage of this year's Rookie Rumble, Rookie Rumble 4. Between, on the left, the screen, you see the screen of IBKarma, who won Game 1 of this Best of 3 series, and on the right is the screen of Lanabean. Lanabean needs a win in this race to force a Game 3 coming up in the next couple of days. Welcome everybody, I'm bbq.gov. We have Riggs behind the scenes doing tracking for us, which we greatly appreciate. And oh my goodness, who is this joining me in the comms booth this afternoon? Is that Adirondack Rick? Hi Rick, how are you?
Fine.
Great. We're just getting the runners ready to go here. They should be getting started any moment now. We see the clock ticking down now. They'll be off in a matter of seconds. These are the Rookie Rumble flags that are going to be, that we've been running throughout the tournament. So our runners will start with a wood sword and 8 bombs. And they are going to start one screen to the right of Vanilla Start.
Start. I'm not upset with this kind of start position. I am upset with the timer positions, but that's just me needing to do more work to get things settled.
Yeah, we can read it. We can basically read them. Well, if you're going to be upset about something as runners, 3 hearts and having to deal with this screen of blue Lionels is not my idea of a good time, but Lana was able to get through it, bomb that screen, and find the any roads that take you up to the northeast corner. And they also take you over to Death Armos. This is good coverage so far, and our 4th any road takes us to Candle Row. So nothing that gets you right to Death Mountain, but still pretty decent coverage for any roads. IBKarma is going to try to get it in there and get this same information. Meanwhile, Lana has found the Death Armos stair, but got bopped.
It is definite Death Armos here.
Well, I mean, we're in the bracket stages, so we wanted to make our runners work a little bit. I don't know that they wanted to work this much, this early, but they've each got a death to their name, and they're going ahead, and IBKarma is going to go ahead and see if they can get into the Death Armos cave here.
Beautifully done. Gets the door repair charge.
Door repair charge, and a lack of soup, as it turns out.
So, you know the neat thing about both of these runners is that I don't know them from Z1R.
Okay, how now you know both of the runners, as Lana finds our first medium secret of the day along the river. It's 37 rupees. So how do you know these runners?
Well, I also know that that is something that IBKarma wishes that they could actually score right now, but it turns out not to be the case. So both of these runners, I got my first introduction to seeing them as we find level 5 through Link to the Past Randomizer, both being regulars in that community as they come over here for the Rookie Rumble. They are amongst one of many who came over from Link to the Past Randomizer to partake in Rookie Rumble 4.
Yeah, we've had a really good turnout for this 4th Rookie Rumble. This is the 4th year we've been doing this. And yeah, we've had a lot of people come over from the Link to the Past community and folks who have run other randomizers before, as well as folks who's never run a randomizer ever in their life, but liked this game and wanted to give it a shot.
It's a very nice looking level 2, and this is probably a lot better than that first room Dodongo, Dig Dogger we found in level 5.
Certainly a lot more soothing on the eyes than as Karma takes a bop there from a Gibdo. Gonna run around and try. Gets bopped again.
It's why you have to be extremely careful as we get the 73 for the large secret. It's why you got to be extremely careful when you start to do that bouncing of an enemy, as we just saw with these Gibdos. And it's made even harder by these bubbles.
The bubbles are the worst part of this room. The problem is that they follow your sprite or they follow the opposite of your sprite, the anti-link sprite. Yeah, Karma might want to consider exiting and re-entering this room at down at half a heart. Oh, but is able to pull it off, and we'll get a map, and we have a segmented level 2.
Did you see that quintuple segmented 5 in the Discord?
I certainly did, and I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit when I saw it, and then I had to remind myself, oh, I didn't have to run that seed at all. I never have to actually do it. I just have to look at it.
Did you see what was on the coast?
That someone alert Jess. That's a tutor on the coast.
That is correct.
And an interesting play by Lana here. I think this is a strategic decision on Lana's part. There's a free candle in the wood sword cave because we start with a wood sword. So a lot of runners might decide to just not purchase a candle and try to find the wood sword cave. But Lana's on the east and decided after seeing a couple of candle shops that, I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to buy the candle now and start burning stuff here in the eastern forest. And I kind of like the logic.
Routing efficiency. So, IBKarma made one little mistake with this room.
Okay, which is?
So, IBKarma made a mistake in the sense that they cleared out this room, got the map to drop, but up and aid.
And didn't because the bubbles will make it so that if you never leave the dungeon, as Lana finds our first Take Any cave here in the Eastern Forest, that candle paying immediate dividends. But yeah, if you kill that room and then leave the room, because the bubbles are in there, as long as you don't leave the dungeon, that room will stay dead and that shutter door will stay open.
Level 7 found at level 2, so that's 3 levels found now. 3 here in the northeast. If you ever have the traps or the bubbles, make sure you leave the room to keep that state. Same thing if you spend all the time killing a boss.
Yeah, and I did a seed offline this afternoon where I forgot to do that. I had killed a boss and was surprised by the Triforce, and then oops, came back. Was like, wait, I thought I killed you. Oh, yeah, yuck. Speaking of yuck, Lana just took a death to a Gleeok. A valiant fight, but even on 4 hearts, that's hard to pull off.
Yeah, 4-headed Gleeok on 4 hearts is a different direction. Okay,
whoa.
Well, leave this dungeon, go to another one. Leave this dungeon, go to another one.
I think we've seen enough of this dungeon. We can come back maybe 45 minutes from now. By the way, Alsoa's on the call for our 8 p.m. match coming up, I believe, on SpeedGaming too. Nobody tell him, but so far we have some very interesting math. Our medium secret is there's silvers on the floor in level 2. Wow, that's a great find. Those gonna be hard to miss for Lana, but at the same time, get him early.
Here's the thing, BBQ. You need 2 keys to get to it.
Ooh, okay, so...
Now, this level does provide, but you need to make sure that you have 2 keys to clear the 2 doors up to the northern part of this level 2.
Some good news for Karma early. They're gonna clear this room out here, although this is the one they came from, so this won't drop.
Yeah. I think just trying to get rid of the traffic in here, which I can totally get, but I definitely would spend a bomb on that room to the left. Because you're going to have to get the key, up and A. Get the key, up and A.
Yeah, there is no need to slug it out in that room. Just because you can fight a room does not mean that you should. Nice high five from our runners here. But before I forget the point, so... Nobody tell Alsoa that this is a very mathy seed, because our medium secret is 37 and our large secret is 73, and those are palindromes of each other. And the 3 levels we found before are 2, 5, and 7, and 2 and 5 added to 7. And now my brain hurts from doing math.
Why did you try doing it?
It's been a while since I've been in the booth, and I forgot.
Like, you should realize the error of your way.
I should, you're right. I didn't, but I should.
Well, we have 2 rooms remaining inside this level 2. One's going to have the compass, the other's going to have the heart. And of course, the heart's going to be in the last room.
And in a level like 2, I don't mind doing this at all. When you know it's a defined number of rooms and you know what you're going to get. This early, yeah, get the heart container. You might stumble upon the white sword item.
Which we know is going to be the wand, because it's always that in this flag set. Chat pointing out a very good point in regards to our levels that we have found. And
They're
also...
all prime numbers? Yeah, see, now the headache's coming back.
Aren't 37 and 73 prime numbers too?
I think they are. I don't... so that means
yes, they are. They are. 37 and 73 are prime numbers. I just Googled it.
So that means our large secret is... Or small secret is going to be... 11?
Can't be. Oh, yeah, it can be. What the heck am I talking about? Alright, so Lana is going to spend the keys to get up here to this other room, and this is the right decision. She doesn't know it at this point in time, but this is going to be the right decision.
And a really handy clock when you get down to the Pole's voice here. Gonna slug it out. Not get the item in this room, but it's this very next room that will be making Lana very happy. There's a... Finding a Goma when you have arrows but no bow is really annoying. If there are the silvers for Lana, I feel like you should just be able to throw the silvers at Goma and just kind of hope that they hit him in the eye. Fred will never do that, but you know, it's like, you know, it's like 850th on his to-do list, but it's like with the paper. I would like the letter to be able to be like a rolled up newspaper that you could just bop an Octrock with.
For a half energy or a health unit deduction.
Yeah. Just it could even be just on 0 HP enemies. I don't care, but it would just be fun to bop it on the nose like a dog who did something they weren't supposed to.
Boop on the snoot?
Yeah, a little snoot boop for the Octorok. It's got a big snoot.
Yeah, it likes to throw rocks at you with that boop, that snoot.
Really, that's why you bop it. It's like, no, bad, don't do that.
You ever remember that toy Bop It?
Yes.
Twist it.
Turn it.
8. Triforces for both of these runners out of level 2. Both the runners also found level 7 and got into a few rooms and said, I'm out of here.
Boy, Never 7 really proving its worth today.
I can already tell you what's in level 7 right now. I can already tell you.
Pain?
I have unscientific proof.
Okay,
that
I
level
like
7
that's kind of proof.
Is going to have nice white sword. I have unscientific proof that the level 7 is going to have the red ring.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Oh, I mean, you saw the combat in that 7.
Yeah, I mean the bet in just again anecdotal experience is the best experience. Typically, something like that happens in a big dungeon where you can get the Triforce right away. The game seems to love as Lana's going to take any, but IBKarma found the Armos item and grabbed the white sword before the death, which is good. But yeah, to get back to the point, the game does love to put a Tringle in a big dungeon early and tempt you to never come back, and then put something important right in that level. And you have to go dig deep for it, which logically you would never do.
Okay, here's level 5 for Lanabean as we continue on through the early stages of this run. The difference between IBKarma and Lanabean is the fact that Lana did have a key going in, so okay. Thank you, game.
Oh, just gonna greet our runners with blue Wizzies and a quad shooter and a shoot!
That means you have to take care of that blue Wizrobe room to get up any further in this level 5.
Well,
Where is 1?
Nowhere convenient, it looks like. At this rate, I'm thinking Death Mountain. But, oh, there's Mags. That's nice to find.
Unobtainable until we get to 10 hearts. There's the candle purchase for IBKarma.
And at this point, you're 14 minutes in. You haven't seen the Wood Sword Cave. You may be worried it's on Death Mountain, which you're not going to get to right away. Yeah, if you have the money, go right ahead. Lanabean. Oh, that's you're 1 bush off. You just got to go 1 to the right. You're going to reset it there and get that there.
Yeah.
But
Lanabean had that. Lanabean had that mixed up with the screen to the north.
Yeah, it's very easy to do because those look so similar, and that's just a muscle memory thing.
Thankfully, the trackers that most runners use displays exactly which bush you need to burn, which armos you're supposed to push. Obviously, it can get mixed up.
Yeah, the tracking software that we have, and there are 2 main trackers that a lot of people use. Oh, that's an unfortunate death for Lana right there.
Yeah,
but both trackers do a really good job at giving you a lot of information. Now, in the heat of battle, it can be really easy to mismark something in your tracker or to read something like, "Oh, I've cleared that screen." No, you haven't. But just once you get kind of rolling. After a while, you can just kind of, the fog of war kicks in, and we've all mismarked something. We've all neglected to check a spot we obviously thought we had. As Lana...
BBQ, are you reminiscing about my race with you back in week 1 of this past tournament?
Oh, no, I'm reminiscing about the various and sundry things I did in BBQ. My prelims.
BBQ, the answer to this can be yes, because I do own up to the fact that it was a total mismark that I did in my race against you.
Oh, no, yeah, no.
It happens to everyone.
It does. Yeah, and that's what I know. Oh, no. Well, speaking of bait dungeons, I mean, what if ladder's in here and you have to dig all the way in here to go get it?
Let's have fun.
Be a lot of fun. But yeah, everything I tell, whenever I talk to newer runners, like, don't beat yourself up about a mismark or wrong ordering something, because we have all done it multiple times. So
it's kind of like it's kind of like a rite of passage.
It really is. And sometimes it happens and you just kind of laugh it off, and sometimes it's just that happens at the worst possible time. And I've had that happen in tournament races multiple times.
Would sort at 1Q6, and I would dig the 6 out for one reason and one reason only.
Oh, I can think of a couple reasons, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what's your 2 reasons?
My bait theory for 1, and 2, the enemy set is not, despite the fact that the color is this gross mustard yellow, you've got moblins and you've got white sword. This is not terrible.
That is exactly the point I was going to be going with here. You've seen the Wizrobes in 5, you've seen the Wizrobes in 7. This is probably your easiest set. I say probably because we haven't seen the Gurias yet.
Oh, but we're seeing danger noodles. That's not fun, and having to deal with them from the bottom. Although Lana's doing a really nice job of just trying to pop out at the right time. But that's a tall order.
Stuck the nose out too far.
And to be fair, that's a hard fight. Fighting blue landmost from the bottom is hard for anybody. I mean, some people like to try to clip up into those 2 blocks, but even trying to pull that off in a hurry is very, very hard.
There's a difference between clipping into a block when you have all the time and clipping into a block when you're trying to do it in a very fast hurry. That's the reason why, if you watch the speed run with that reverse clip in level 9, That's stressful because you had the whiz ropes about ready to take aim at you.
It really is. That's one of the reasons that I have never really tried to seriously run. As we get a map of 6, that's not a terrible size 6. But that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to run that, because I was just like, I don't know if I could reliably pull that reverse clip off under fire.
You learn to. All right, so we do see the same Gyptos here that we saw back in level 2. Which makes me feel like the Gyptos are going to be or not the Gyptos, the Gorillas are going to be part of one separate enemy set.
That would not be the worst thing in the world. All right, can we bomb him up from here? Yes, we can. Oh, took a bullet to the face.
Yeah, kind of just came the wrong direction where not much you can do with that angle. So the wand is by a river, so probably bottom of the waterfall at this point. Although we haven't checked north of 1 either.
So not too far out of the way.
Chat talking about the grumpy old men. So which one of us is Walter Matthau and the other one of us is Jack Lemmon?
Yeah, see, these are the questions that we need answered, chat. This is critical. Well, there's our
Here's the other large secret.
Way up on Death Mountain, too.
Lana is saying enough to level 6. Can't blame her here. Get some more health. Own capital P.
I'm sorry?
I'm replying to the chat peanut gallery going on.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I'm loosely following along as IBKarma takes a shot in the face from a blue Lionel. That's a rough screen to try to get through. I almost would be tempted to try to pare that screen down a little bit, kill one or two of those.
Well, the big thing here is looks like we're gonna get some hints. The big thing is you have to be patient. You can't just rush into it.
Very much so, as IBKarma takes note of that. Now, Lana's thinking here. Yeah, these are.
Ladder is at 7.
Oh no! Why, game? Why would you do this?
Oh.
Yeah, I'd sit with that information too, Lana. I'd be like, no, why would you put it there? Why?
Bo is ladder blocked.
Oh no, we have a bit of a chain reaction seed here. Wow, okay. Now, what is this going to tell us? Step over the water to reach the any key.
He's also ladder blocked. All right, well, I was expecting step over the water to get to the recorder for one of those 2 hints, but we'll take what we get.
And IBKarma's found the other hint. Step over the water to reach the boomerang. Feet of strength leads to the bell. Oh no.
We have a power bracelet required seed, and power bracelets at 6! Let's go!
Wow, okay. The level of difficulty in this seed just ramped up a little bit. So, if you put all that information together, it kind of tells you exactly what you need to do. And IBKarma is going to find 6 right now, and armed with that information that's where the power bracelet is, it's going to go right in there and get to work. And he's going to see the Triforce here and probably not flinch that much, knowing that, hey, power bracelet's in here. That could be something.
And you see Lana heading straight to 7 with the information about the ladder being there, knowing that the Triforce is there at 6. Just remember that IBKarma does not have that hint about the ladder being in 7.
Exactly.
And IBKarma knows that the power bracelet's here, but not the ladder in 7.
Yes, and vice versa. Lanabean knows the ladder's in 7, but does not know that the power bracelet's in 6. Now knows that 9 is on Death Mountain, which, great, we'll get there eventually. To answer a question in chat, can double dipping dungeons be in the required logic? It can, but it's complicated. We've seen instances where you have to get an item out of the one dungeon, and that enables you to chain reaction and get something that then enables you to come back. Like an example would be, there's a Goma in a level, and you can get silvers out of that level, but you have to go to a different level to get the bow, and then come back and get some other item.
Why do you have to go and make things so complicated?
I did 2 seconds of math, and now my brain hurts, and things are complicated, and there's ladders in 7, and it's just everything's going haywire here.
Yeah,
there's one lesson chat you can draw. It's leave math to the professionals.
El Soa will be over on SpeedGaming 2 in 30 minutes. Which is the equatable time that you can get yourself a delicious helping of a pizza at a name brand restaurant, although they never promise that anymore.
They really don't. They've probably gotten sued too many times over it. There's the letter on Candle Row for Lana. Lana's going to go ahead and do the Candle Row checks, which we haven't seen yet.
There's the other hint shop, so our Karma's going to get the hint about the ladder right here. 3 on Candle Row. Let's go. Our chat historians telling us it was 1994 when that pizza chain stopped doing the 30-minute or less guarantee. Nice early Triforce in 3 due to a lawsuit.
Chat bringing the history today. We're getting all the subjects. We're getting math. We're getting... Aha! Oh, prime number alert!
Prime number! 13! There we go! Small! Secret prime number city! We're having way too much fun with this.
I gotta get my calculator here real quick. I gotta check something.
Okay. 13 plus 37 plus 73. 123. Which is not a prime number. Yes, it's 123.
It's Sesame Street. I love it.
And the door repair is minus 21, which is not a prime number either.
It's an odd number, but that's the closest we're gonna get.
You're an odd number.
Very.
Oh, Karma trying to do the left to right screen scroll. Give you credit for trying to set that up, and beautifully done.
There you go.
Took a few efforts, but give you credit for trying to do it.
That is hard to do bufferless. The easier way to do it is, swing your sword when you do the pivot, so that you know you're on the right pixel, but pulling it off twice there, back to back, flawlessly. Very nicely done.
You see what we started here? We brought the math over here. And good decision here by Karma to realize that Red Lionel was right in its sights, and you don't really want to be playing around with Red Lionels. You don't really want to be dealing with any enemy that can hit you point-blank range.
Yeah, those guys hit, and they hit hard. There's the 6th heart container for IBKarma, and Lana's going to go ahead and use some money and pick up a red potion. I don't mind this early at all, given how many Lionels we've seen on the overworld.
Well, no. This has nothing to do with that.
Oh, she's going to 7, yeah. Okay.
This
I would buy several potions.
This has everything to do with the fact that level 7 has your ladder, and you know it's holding up one of your Triforce pieces.
All right, so a full health and 2 potions in hand. Into 7 we go.
Because a lot of these races come down to one big aspect. How much time do you spend walking back due to deaths? Now, this is not going to be a staircase. We know that guaranteed, because you can't have a push-block staircase under a Gliok.
Correct. And the other thing that Lana could have done is stand in that doorway and just shoot beams. Now, it's hard to do.
Oh my gosh, this map of 7.
What in the world?
That thing on the right, to me, looked like... the first thing that came to mind for that thing on the right is the map of England.
Okay. I can kind of see
and that's exactly what chat's saying. The UK and Ireland.
We started doing math, and then the EU showed up. Or wait, no, they're not part of the EU. Brexit. I knew that.
Geography showed up.
That's right. We have history, geography, math. We have a gravity hand. Oh, and Rick, you called the location of level 1 right there in the waterfall. Well done.
No, I didn't call the location level 1.
You didn't? I thought,
no. What I was saying is I thought the wand was going to be there. The wand must be north of Vanilla 1.
Ah, the wand and wand. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Now, is this level going to be segmented as well, or are we going to actually have an item here?
Oh, that's a pretty solid item to get, especially given how this seed has been playing out early on.
That might entice IBKarma to go dig some of those bigger levels that they were avoiding a little bit ago due to combat restrictions.
Yeah, I'd probably come back to level 7 to try to get that ladder at some point in time. And that ended poorly for Lanabean, unfortunately. Level 1 is not segmented. Level 1 is Italy.
That's a normal looking level. Wow.
Level 1 is Italy.
Yep, there's the boot right in the body. That is the boot right there. Okay, so we've got European countries, so that means I'm going to have to get a look at 6 and 7's map to get a better sense of what we're up against there.
We're up against hell.
We're up against math, unfortunately.
We're up against all of the main subjects of school. This is supposed to be summer vacation, BBQ.
It is. Sail not to save the princess. That's useful information.
Especially since we just got a hint about 4 being at a lake.
That's true. That will narrow down the places that could be. Map room for IBKarma. Up they go.
Just saying the 3rd summer school. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Oh no. That's very unfortunate, chat. All right, heart container on the floor for IBKarma. Looking for the other floor item here. This room of bunnies could be it. This would be really gross if the bow was here or something like that. But we know the bow is ladder blocked in some form or fashion.
I've been buying some keys. Good decision when we're down to 0. IBKarma playing Hug the Bunnies. Easier to do when you have the red ring. Don't want to do it way too many times.
And this room actually, the pointless moat room, actually makes it a little easier than it would otherwise be to deal with a room of bunnies, because the bunnies like to get caught in certain patterns when they jump. Especially in that room. So if you kind of know what columns they like to jump in, that you can position yourself on certain columns and they'll just kind of jump all around you.
Well, I've been finding level 1 as well. Sees the Triforce. Wants the Triforce.
Once that health refill, I do not blame her one bit. Okay, is this room for Karma our floor item? It is. It's the red candle.
There it is. We're done. So red candle and red ring. It's the red, level 1, and what is an off color of the color red.
And red is one of the colors on the flag of Italy. See, kids, we're learning stuff today. This is not bad.
All right, so coming up here in a little bit, we're going to have art class, where we're going to try to figure out the name of that ink blot for another level. Stay tuned.
I see what you did. That's nice, Rick. Top of the waterfall check for Karma, just a potion shop. Boy, both runners having the red ring is making them a lot more willing to slug it out and just kind of damage boost through bad screens. Kind of like this one right here that Lana's on. Gets a bomb refill, which will help checking the screens up here.
Also, interesting decision here by Lanabean. She has decided that I am going to skip the second item of level 1, and I think that actually might be a decent decision, knowing what we know about this seed. The fact that a feat of strength is going to be required to get the bow. We don't know which level that's going to be. The ladder being in 7, the power bracelet being in 6.
And knowing that so many of the items from the hints that we got, that so many of the items are ladder blocked. That may make it so you're like, well, I could take the second item out of here, but the odds that it's useful are fairly low. And the other issue Lana has is lack of keys, and one being a level that likes to eat keys a lot, might make you want to say, "Oh, I'll wait and go to a bigger dungeon first, get some keys, and then if I have to come back to one, I'll come."
BBQ, wouldn't it be a better idea to eat cookies instead of keys?
Oh, definitely. That sounds much better.
More chewy that way.
If you have a chewy key, it's probably the metal is probably melted a lot, and that's going to create a lot of other problems for you.
Okay, so that explains what happens in Las Vegas.
Some things, sure. I'll take your word for it.
I mean, I'm talking about the fact that over in Vegas, it's something like 110 degrees right now. Things melt.
Including the tarmac at McCarran Airport there in Las Vegas. There have been days it's so hot that they've had to stop having flights take off and leave out of there because the tarmac is too squishy, and they have to wait for it to cool down so the planes can land safely.
Chap, that's a pretty good idea here, BBQ.
Okay, let's see. Cookies. Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay, I see what they're doing there.
No. I'm talking about the home ec class making bacon, which we'll be doing in level 9 later on.
Ah, that's really good. We'll be making fresh, crispy bacon. In a matter of, well, hopefully...
Crispy? I'm out of here.
You don't like your bacon crispy? There's our one. Hey, look at that.
I like a little bit of a chew to it, not...
I like my bacon not burnt. And unfortunately, where we live, that seems to be too hard for some people to do.
It's too hard to some places. IBKarma is 1 heart away from magical.
I think that's our 4th and final Take Any Cave that we've seen. Could be wrong.
I'm being told never to make that noise ever again. There's level 4.
Okay, so we now know the location of all levels except for level 8. But we know, Lana was trying to do a bomb force there, but the count was off. But we know level 8 is power bracelet blocked, based on one of the hints we got. So that severely limits the number of places that 8 can be.
Crump, you're gonna have to give me a lot of money to make that noise again. So Lanabean doesn't know it. Lanabean doesn't know it just yet, but we'll now know once pushing this that we do have a power bracelet required seed. because there is always that possibility that the feat of strength is referring to the gravestone. Oh,
Okay.
hi
What?
4.
Okay, what countries are these, chat? Yikes.
This is not a country. This is a it's an airplane dropping something with a Tetris block off to the left.
Yeah, it's dropping Tetris pieces. That's what it's doing.
Now I don't know why it had to be an L piece, but that's the answer we got.
Yeah, and you can't really tell. I think that second piece is cut off. It could be an L. That could be a straight.
It could be a straight piece. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Chad, if you want Rick ASMR, you're gonna have to go to Rick's channel for that, I think.
Ain't getting ASMR on that channel.
Oh, look, from the sound of Chad, it sounds like it could be a viable business opportunity.
Oh, there are people who made ASMR a money-making thing. Yes.
I am not one of the proponents of ASMR. Very, very much the opposite. There's Triforce in 4. IBKarma is going to pass on that. There are still some useful, outstanding items that we haven't seen yet, including the bow. So be curious to see.
But we know the bow's not here.
That's right, unless we run into a ladder block.
True, you are right.
I think it would be kind of hard to run into a ladder block at this point unless the item is in one of those nubs on the far right side. There's the heart container. That's good. That gets IBKarma the magical sword if they want to go get it.
We're gonna have to get back to level 5 at some point in time, so IBKarma does have a perfect pathway to it.
Now, where is IBKarma? Oh,
back to the Triforce.
Yeah, does not want to spend that last key. I kind of don't blame him. Any key would be wonderful to find, but we haven't seen hide nor hair of it yet.
It's probably in 9.
To answer a question in chat, what was the feat of strength leading to? It was leading to level 8.
And then step over the water to get to the bow. Step over the water to get the magical key.
And the boomerang, if I remember correctly. So that indicates that there are at least two dungeons that have items that are ladder locked. As IBKarma is going to head back into 3. Or no, I guess Lana's seen 3, but IBKarma I don't think has yet.
Yeah, this is their first trip into 3. Do I want to get this? Do I want to get this? Yep, I'm getting this.
Yeah, one room in, grab and go. Will IBKarma go back in? No, not at this time.
Sooner or later, we have to get to level 7. IBKarma is about to enhance their offensive output by 2x.
I like routing this in right now. That's the other thing it was by, not just level 5. It was right by one of the take any roads, as Lana's going to head into level 4 here at vanilla level 1.
Lanabean will soon see just how beautiful looking this level 4 is.
Where is Karma going? That's a bomb. Oh, buying keys. Okay. I don't mind this at all.
I mean, you have to at this point. You got red ring, you got silvers. What do you spend that money on?
That's true. It's either, you have the hints already. So it's either that or bomb upgrades, which we haven't seen. There's the map with the plane and the Tetris pieces for level 4. There's
the Goma with the crying in pain for Lanabean.
And a nice clip.
Oh, this room.
Karma's going to slug this one out. I don't mind this. This might be the map. And given what we've seen...
We know it's not.
Oh, it's not. Nope, it's fine.
It's that four-headed Gleeok. That's where the map was.
That's right. That's right.
Chat telling us that they relooked the video. It is a feat of strength to lead to the bow.
Okay, so that's probably level 8, but we're not 100% sure yet. Once we are able to get into level 8, we'll know more of that.
I think at this point it's almost guaranteed it's an 8. Almost guaranteed it's in level 8 in the sense that we found all the other levels.
That's right, we have. Gleeok lurks by a lake. Yes, it does. We've confirmed that. Now, here's an interesting question for Lana. Lana has 3 keys right now. So, will Lana stick around and dig the item out of this level 4?
And the answer is going to be yes, at least at this stage. And you've got to spend 2 keys just to get over here to the right side, and then that nether key to get to the column under the 4. Is this the room that the ladder is in? It pushes.
And her answer is...
It is.
Yes, it is. Okay, and on Lana's side, Lana's going to spend her last key here to get into this room. She'll get the compass, and she'll be able to bomb certainly to the right, and she'll be able to bomb down.
This will likely be the item of level 4. Alright, what do you think is here?
I hope it's not a boomerang, but I kind of am worried that it is.
The Coast Heart.
Coast Heart, right? Not the worst. That gets her to 9 hearts, 1 away from Mags.
Okay, well this is a room that exists.
Ooh, and I don't know if it... I don't know my drops well enough to be able to say. That room's certainly a lot easier with Mags. But I was fairly certain that room can't drop, so there really wasn't a reason to clear it unless you were looking for a snare.
Could be a transport.
Yeah, exactly. And that room is just a pack of bombs. Can we go any further here?
So this is something that I'd like to point out to all kind of players at this stage. If you see a pack of bombs on the floor and you have the maximum, check your walls first, then pick up the bombs.
Exactly. Yeah. Inventory management, or there are times you can just leave the bombs on the floor. You are not required by Hyrulean law to pick those bombs up if you see them on the floor.
Right, but as you're pointing out, item management can become very key, especially when you're in a big dungeon like 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, definitely.
We've seen races lost because people run out of bombs.
Yes, very much so. I was running a seed today, and I had to triple dip it because I triple dip a nasty level 8 because I ran out of bombs, and I had to go farm and buy them. That is a feels bad moment.
And there's magical sword availability now for Lanabean, or eligibility is what I was looking for.
And here come all the damage upgrades. There's the wand for Lana. And if she wants it, she is 1 screen away from being able to take the any road, but gonna go the South Coast path instead.
And case in point here with IBKarma, we're down to 1 bomb.
Yeah, I'm playing Find the Bomb Hole when you have 1 bomb to your name doesn't feel... Oh, you're gonna try and set up a bomb force here. Let's see if he gets it.
trick the bot beforehand and does... Oh, it drops bombs anyway. There we go.
But your point is still absolutely right, that you don't want to necessarily find yourself in a position where you're down to your last bomb and you're having to guess, and you don't have a good way to get bombs otherwise. That's just a recipe for, cornering yourself.
And Lanabean's about to get into this level 7, and has the advantage of the map, and as you can see, IBKarma, without getting that map off that Gleok, is bombing every wall, not realizing you have to take a staircase to get to the other side.
And I don't remember... Oh, the map is in the four-headed Gleok room.
It's in the four-headed Gleok room.
Which is a room nobody wants to clear, but you may have to. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself out of bombs. Now, this may be a transport that takes you over to that segment. Let's see. No, it's not.
I believe it could be this Wizrobe room again. I believe the room that Lana wants for the ladder is one room to the left of this.
Okay, and Lana's remembering that, oh wait, there's rooms to the left here. Can we get over there? Yes,
and
we
that
can.
is a staircase there over at the Wizrobes. And yep, that puts you over in that column. Now that's fun for our rookies. Shoutouts to both of them getting through it. Well, shoutouts to IBKarma now.
And nice work by IBKarma getting the bomb drop off the orange Wizrobes, topping off, and then gonna grab this and go. Lana also very happy to see that key.
Considering the fact that she was down to 1, absolutely.
Alright, so IBKarma headed to the coast, gonna pick up the recorder. I like routing this in immediately. This gets you not only the ability to kill dig dogs, but more importantly, gets you the ability to flute across the overworld with a lot more ease.
You ever play Gauntlet?
Once or twice. I remember playing it as a kid and getting crushed and realizing maybe this game isn't for me.
Well, you ever remember when you go through a very trying room and the thing kind of mocks you by saying that was a valiant effort?
Yes, I do remember that.
That's how that feels to me with Lanabean having to deal with that room.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. In comparison, this room way better in terms of ease of clearing.
And she probably thinks those two connect with each other right this moment. Probably going funny game.
Oh shit!
Oh, they
they do. Well, you get rid of the key at least. The key you definitely need.
Yes.
But without that compass, she doesn't know that the Triforce is in the segment, and she's about to learn the hard way that this gets you all of one room over.
And I think at this point you have to take this staircase. Given the amount of effort that you put into that Wizrobe room, you have to take this staircase. Okay, you go into this room, you check it, but you have to take that staircase. Because you go those 6 rooms, that room's going to repopulate.
Yeah, you do not want to clear that again.
So now you have to take this staircase.
And she may also be just out of rooms here on the larger segment to clear, and process of elimination may be telling her that, well, Triforce has to be over in the left part, over in Ireland. She's going to clear this room. I like this fishing for keys. 7 and 8 can give you a lot of keys.
There's another key right there, case in point.
Oh, meanwhile, on IBKarma's side, one of the more annoying rooms to deal with dig doggers in, especially because of how they like to misbehave on the outer perimeter here.
The heart container putting IBKarma at 12, and here's Lana about to find the Triforces here. Get yourself out of the 7. You have finished.
So I'd imagine Lana's probably off to 6 next, knowing what's there and having the ladder to be able to do it. Oh, okay, I see what she's doing. Filling up on potion. I don't mind this at all. Even though you have red ring and 11 hearts and white sword and wand, combat has been suboptimal, let's say. So, not a bad idea to get this.
You know you're about to walk into level 5. Level 5 is filled with wiz robes. The other thing I would recommend doing is getting the recorder, because you know there's also a dig dogger in this 5.
Well, I think Lana did get the dig dogger, didn't she?
Did Lana get the recorder?
Yeah, I think she did, because I remember seeing her on the coast screen. There's our map of 6, our fun map of 6. Oh, IBKarma trying to pull off this clip. At this point, just damage boost around him. There you go.
By the way, right now starting up is that Battle of the Map going over on SpeedGaming 2. If you want to load up a multi and watch both of these at the same time, have some fun.
Please do. You're not going to hurt our feelings. This is the benefit of having a big field for this Rookie Rumble. Is there are a lot of great races going on all throughout the bracket stage here.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
But I do mean to interrupt you.
No, please do.
Did you see what we just saw on the screen?
I missed it. I was talking about multi-screen.
Well, let me go ahead and tell you what we just saw. Gleonk returns close to start.
Okay, so if it's a push block, that means it's exactly one spot, and it is one spot to the right of where we started.
That is correct. We now know where level 8 is.
And our level 5 item is a useless raft. By the way, speaking of things we haven't seen, there's the power bracelet in 6 for IBKarma. Did we ever see the wood sword cave?
As in where the wood sword itself was located?
Yes.
Yes, it was at 1Q6.
Oh, okay.
And there's level 8 right there. IBKarma don't need no stinking hits.
You do need a bomb, however, to get through this shoot room. And there, yep, you can bomb right through. Gonna go ahead and clear this room out just in case it drops something good.
Define good.
Heart container, key, map.
Map.
Oof, okay. Alright, I gotta think about what country this is.
This is not a... This is the art piece we're looking for.
Oh, the art! That's right, we're doing art. Level 8 is definitely home to all of the crustaceans. Lana has the raft now. Wow, instant Triforce for IBKarma in 8, but I think we know at this point that the bow has to be in here. So, so I would imagine IBKarma is going to go right back in.
Yeah, so this is an interesting decision to check the raft spots, considering you just got the hint about level 8 being close to start. And there's now going to be the recorder pickup for Lanabean. It's just lucky the fact that the recorder was not required in order to get the Triforce or the item in level 5.
Right, yeah. Now, there is still the possibility, the hilarious possibility, that the recorder will somehow be required in level 9 in order to get, because a Dig Dogger could be blocking the path to Zelda or the path to Ganon. That's a pretty low likelihood, but if it happens, would be quite funny.
All right, Lana, going into level 6, where we know that the power bracelet is.
Unfortunately for Lana, it's pretty deep in this level 8. If I remember right, it's up top right, and it took Lana gets the Triforce out of level 6. It took IBKarma a bit to work their way up there to get that.
Top left, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, top left, not top right.
As we reach the hour mark, we are in game number 2 of this second round bracket match between IBKarma and Lanabean. Make sure you give our runners a follow. Do !R to get their Twitch handles, so that way you can go ahead and follow them and cheer them on as they continue on with the Rookie Rumble and beyond. I'm Adirondack Rick. He is bbq.gov. Winner of this pairing will be facing off against the winner of the 1UP versus Iceman pairing, which went to 1UP, winning that series 2 games to none in the third round of the Rookie Rumble 4 brackets.
Absolutely. So no rest for the weary, no matter who wins this best of 3 match. Also want to shout out J-Riggs, who's doing tracking for us today, doing a fine job.
And the other interesting thing is that the winner goes from a match between 2 people known for being in the Link to the Past Randomizer community to another one with 1UP.
That's right. Yeah, we have, as you said early on, we have a significant number of entrants in this year's Rookie Rumble who are from the LTTBR community, which is great.
And they also had some people who are from like the SMB3R community.
Yeah, or folks who like to play like Super Metroid or all sorts of other
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I mean
Final Fantasies.
A very diverse field of competitors, which is great. And it's a community that this is a community that's very welcoming and is always happy to have more people around to participate in tournaments, to help out with things like getting matches on stream or just participating in just kind of daily day-to-day events.
You mean I welcomed you?
Eventually, we got there. There's the any key as our first item in 8. That's, given the key troubles both our runners have had, that is a nice to have going into 9.
So Lanabean did not pull the power bracelet out of 6. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she forgot the feat of strength hint.
Has she not seen the other hint shop? I think the other hint shop is here in the Dead Woods. Oh, hello, Bait Block. That's adorable.
Yeah, you come in from the opposite direction, so it's not like it does anything.
No, but it is cute, and he wants pizza. That's nice.
I mean, I could go for pizza.
I could too. I don't know if that's what we're doing. I think we're doing tacos tonight, but one thing at a
We'll just have to get you back over the Silver Diner for SpeedGaming Live.
That sounds great. The Silver Diner, I will tell you, we're talking about the Silver Diner in Herndon, Virginia, by the way. The site of SpeedGaming Live 2025, as it was for SpeedGaming 2024. There will be all sorts of events happening in late October at that event. So if you're interested, and feel free to come on out. It's a great place to be. There's the bow for IBKarma 8.
sglive.speedgaming.org. Lanabean back in 4, and we've already got the item out of here. She's got to go back to 6. Because
I think
her time is starting to run to an end.
It is, yeah. Karma's is basically in go mode at this point. Needs to go clean up 5. I'm going to take the transport up here to do exactly that. But yeah, I'm worried that Lana maybe didn't get that second set of hints, and that was where the hint that said feat of strength leads to the bow.
Yeah.
And that,
But she
may be checking all the other spots that she can before she has to go back to 6.
Yeah, but the thing is that when you get the hint, and this is not to critique Lanabean, this is just more of for all runners. When you get a hint that says the dungeon that you're missing, Gliok returns back to start, or close to start, at that point in time, if you are keeping track of what levels you found, what levels you haven't found, something has to start turning in your mind. And this is something that veteran runners will definitely do. They will know that means that they are going to need to find the power bracelet for level 8 by process of elimination.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, I mean, a lot of this just comes down to experience. That we've all mistracked, we've all misinterpreted a hint, or thought that something and it was in 6 when it was in 7, or things like that.
Or they just forget, which is something that happens as well. And that's the reason why it's we all have had our fair share of moments in this video game, and any video game for that matter.
Oh, sure.
But
I mean,
the thing is,
they come from Link to the Past community, where it's incredible. There's way more information you have to keep track of. The number 216 has meaning there for a reason, because that's how much stuff that there is, how many checks you have to look at.
And the big thing here is, at this point, we're watching the window close on Lanabean. That's where this is all coming to. You are here!
Thanks, old man.
That's not the you are here. Never mind, that's level 5.
You were here.
You were there.
Wasn't that the name of a show that Art Linkletter hosted in the 60s or something? It was like this is how old I am. I'm dating myself, I know, but I want to say that
You old?
I know, right? It's frightening to think of.
We're here talking about a randomizer of a game that was released back in 1986. I think the You Are Old has sailed.
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember having the gold NES cartridge at home, and remembering how cool that was at the time, because
it was unique.
It was, because back then, Nintendo was very much about control over how the cartridges looked. They all had to kind of look the same. They all had to be gray. They all had to have the weird artwork. There's a image online you can find of what the original Legend of Zelda artwork for the cartridge was going to look like before they made it gold and made it all pretty. And it looks very much like it looks like they said, "What if Ice Climber but Zelda?"
BBQ. That's a level 3.
Whoa, that is okay. That is a very skinny Velociraptor? Talk about linear, my god. And it's segmented! Whoa, that's just mean. There's the compass for Lana. We have not seen the item out of level 3. So, let's see. It can be the book, or it can be either boomerang, based on our information. Now, Lana doesn't know that, necessarily. As we have found a stair, And that's just the transport. But we have entered level 9 on IBKarma's side. Rick, we're looking for a couple things here, aren't we?
We are. I'm doing a little bit of a research right at this moment, so bear with me for just a second. We are, of course, looking for a roar. We're also looking for the princess who might be captured somewhere. I don't think we have audio for IBKarma, which is something I'm trying to confirm right at this moment.
No worries. I'll tell you one thing we will not be looking for in level 9 is either item, because by process of elimination now that Lana has found the book in level 3, we now know as IBKarma uses a potion. We have the dream. We have the all potassium level 9.
All right, so we're going to unfortunately have to keep things on Lanabean's audio. So we are going to be looking for that new feature that Fred added to Zelda 1 Randomizer not too long ago, the word roar to show up on the top right corner.
And that's a feature that I really like, actually. I mean, its main function is intended for accessibility for folks who have difficulty hearing.
I totally agree. Lanabean's back in 1, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Lanabean has realized that Power Bracelet is required, but does not know that Power Bracelet's in level 6 and may end up last locationing it.
Transport staircase for IBKarma, and we're going to be heading to another section of this level 9. Top left corner, still no roar appearing on your screen.
No roar here either. Now, one of the benefits of having roar show up in text form is that you don't necessarily have to kill this room if you don't want to. Now, IBKarma may be killing it because they may want to, rather than go any direction here, they may want to take a staircase and get to a different part of the level, but I guess not.
They map it out that it is a transport, or at least a push block staircase.
Or maybe IBKarma is just hungry for potassium.
Well, they're going to be after hearing you talk about your taco night.
That's right. The life hack we're using is get a rotisserie chicken from Costco and just shred it and toss it in some tacos with some other fun stuff, and poof, taco night. If I remember correctly, in 1, the red candle's up in this very top room.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that's going to send Lana back to the only other place left to go, which is level 6.
Yeah, and it's deep in 6. And that bowl was deep in 8, so IBKarma has quite a bit of time to go and figure this out.
Karma has been voluntarily taking stairs, which I don't necessarily, I am typically a proponent of rule out stairs and just kind of get to see as much of the map in 9 as possible. But given that we saw a segmented level 7 and that we saw a really weird 8, it is possible that 9 is also segmented. And if it
How many times have you seen a segmented level 9?
2 or 3 that I can remember, and each time it is hilarious to see.
So the one big thing IBKarma is doing here is something that I myself would do, and that is, where the princess is, try to find your path, because you might see the word roar pop up on your screen on your way there.
Very true. We haven't seen it yet. Ganon is doing a good job at hiding. But yeah, you get as much coverage as you can. You don't want to have to be in a situation where you kill the pig, and you're like, okay, great. How do I get to her? Oh God, what's the shortest path? You might just stumble upon the right path. Just doing your due diligence.
chat talking about the dark blue on black, which is a thing, which obviously comes down to IBKarma using that for their heart color. Also has a little bit to do with their capture, which I'm going to guess, based on what we see here, is a GV USB. There's a roar.
Okay, is Ganon right here? Nope, but Ganon is on the top row. Can we bomb into Ganon's room?
Because that's similar to my captures, where we'll finish that statement with.
Oh, okay.
And there's light going dim, and here is Ganon in a Chevy room.
All the way up in the top right corner. Wow, that's a heck of a location.
That's the common Melchior check your nubs.
That's exactly right, yeah. That is a great tip for any runner, is always check your corners. You never know. You could end up with something like this, and we've seen runners in past tournaments spend 15 minutes in level 9 because they didn't find the right bomb hole or take the right stair and check the corner. Karma's going to go ahead and kill this Goma, thinking this may be the fastest path back.
And the time is ticking, and is pretty much now has shut. It's going to be IBKarma and 1UP going to be playing in the third round of the Rookie Rumble 4. Get your GGs in chat.
It's an official race time for .gg time for IBKarma of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 18 seconds. A really well-played race overall by IBKarma. Both runners had some difficulty early with combat, but given what was on the overworld, that's entirely fair. But yeah, IBKarma, once they got the requisite information, was able to put it all together and sprint to the finish.
And it was kind of aided by the fact that Lanabean unfortunately ruled out 6 for being where to go. As we welcome in IBKarma, your race winner, GG's.
GG. Beginning was a little rough.
Yeah, you both had run into a little bit of issues, especially with how the combat for the siege started shaping up. But you pieced the information a little bit faster, and unfortunately Lanabean took a little longer to come up to the idea that 6 had the power bracelet.
Yeah, I got a hint I got a double hint, actually. That one of them was right there in 6, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the other one was one of the cave hints.
I did love that you deciding to take a whack at the old man that decided to tell you that the Gleeok returns close to start.
Yeah, after I'd already completed it, yeah, or knew.
Yeah, there's the...
power bracelet for Lana, and Lana is going to pop into level 8. In the race room, we have gotten a forfeit from Lana.
And there it is, right?
Yep. So everybody get your GGs in chat for Lana. She played really well, but unfortunately ended up last locationing the power bracelet that got you into level 8, where the bow is, and that can happen to all of us, and unfortunately that kind of was the difference tonight.
Yeah. So, question here, you get to face off against 1UP in the next round of the Rookie Rumble. Ever face off against 1UP in the Link to the Past, Rando?
I don't think so, actually. I don't know if I've ever seen him in Link LTTPR.
Yeah, they were there a few seasons ago. Was part of the championship runners-up in League. But they've gone on and did other things. But Just interesting that these two pairings here, you and Lanabean and Iceman versus 1UP, were against people who originally were known for Link to the Past Rando playing.
Definitely. We have quite a few Links to the Past Rando players in this. Or were/are still.
Well, one of you is guaranteed to make it to the 4th round. How did you feel overall about how the seed was progressing?
Very behind at the beginning, and then at some point everything just clicked. I think I needed to warm up, because as soon as I warmed up, everything started clicking, and I wasn't just dying every time I tried to touch something.
Yeah, those Lionels on that screen northwest of the starting location definitely gave you the business.
They kept lining up in a way that I was just like, well, not getting past them on this attempt. Because they were just 4-man lining, and it was just like, there was no gap, and it was just like, well...
So our tracker does need to hit the forfeit button on Lana so they can get the invite. That was what was holding that up. Thank you very much for doing that.
I think the dungeon deaths were kind of the other bad part. GG's, Lana.
Lana's got a no microphone symbol popped up. Or the mute microphone button or whatever. Get that squared away. We're going to give Lana just a second. And we're going to try this again. That symbol's gone. I see you lighting up. Hi, Lana.
Hello, GG's. Hope everybody well.
The unfortunate thing is that you didn't rule out, you didn't kind of get to the deduction that the power bracelet was needed until too late, and that kind of gave IBKarma the chance to run away.
Well, I knew the power bracelet was needed reasonably quick. The issue is that I thought the item in 6 was locked down to bow, so...
Oh.
I thought it was a closed door, not a bomb wall that was up there, so...
Oh, that neck. The neck of 6.
Yeah, I did go back into 6, like, what, a half hour ago, and I was digging around a bit, and then I left because I thought that I was locked out by a bow, so I was looking for 8 elsewhere.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, and Lana, if it makes you feel any better, about a week ago, something like that happened to me where I thought that I was ladder blocked out of a level that had the bow in it, and I wasn't. I had mismarked a room as having a horizontal moat instead of a vertical moat, and that caused me to DNF a race because I exhausted every other possibility in every other dungeon that could have had the bow that would have allowed me to get through, but yeah, so I've been there recently, I feel ya, and yeah, it's just, when it happens, it's really frustrating, but as we were saying during the broadcast, Rick and I were talking kind of throughout, these things happen to everybody who runs this game eventually. The timing's unfortunate, but don't feel bad. We've all done it. I've done it recently.
Oh yeah, I don't feel terrible about it. I knew IB still has more experience in this rando than me, so I knew my chances of winning were pretty slim. I felt okay with the early items I dug out, and I think if I was able to continue in 6 and get that power bracelet, maybe I stand a chance when I go back into 6 earlier.
You both were kind of like close to even footing at that stage. So yeah, it could have gone either way at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So it's unfortunate that it comes down to a misremembering of I bombed open a wall and died before being able to go north.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that, my brain just told me, well, it was a locked door, so the bow must be an 8 elsewhere.
I forgot that you took that bop by the fireball after you hit that wall.
Yup, so I was never able to go north. I could have had that power bracelet out, in fact, pretty quick. I think I was digging 6 pretty early. I think
Yes.
I could have had that bow out probably sub 20 minutes or 20-ish if I kept going.
The power bracelet, but yeah.
The power bracelet, yeah. And then 8 would have been unlocked for the bow. I had silvers within a couple minutes of start, and dungeons weren't very tough. None of them, if I remember right, were blocked by anything too terribly difficult. So I think I would have been just fine, just white sword, going for all the dungeons, honestly. Like, keys were the issue, but maybe I could have dug that out of 8 pretty easily, because any key was pretty obvious at that point that it was probably in the same location as the bow, I think, due to the hints.
I think probably the rudest thing was that the map to 7 was locked there by that 4-headed Gleeok.
Yeah, and I was hoping that would have locked an item, but the fact is I was trying to do it with too little gear. I should have tried it just the one time it left, and I think I went back at least once or twice more, but too many things just cost me a little bit of time here and there.
FYI, because of the coding in regards to the Gleeok and how the fireballs work, that will never be a push block.
Oh, already. Yeah, I think Tracy probably told me about that at some point for the Master Apprentice thing, but I was getting a lot of info. Some stuff hasn't stuck.
Yeah,
well, if it makes you feel better, I mean, the map helped you out because, IB, you were bombing every wall possible in 7 to try to find your way over to the Triforce. You never got the map, but that was a segmented level 7, and that transport you took over there was the only way to get over there.
Yeah, and when I found the compass, I realized that one room that I left behind must have been, with the blue wizards, must have been a staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, unfortunately it was.
Nice how those 3 staircases were one room apart from each other. You go north of the room with the wiz robes, there's another room with a staircase, and it takes you to the room to the right of that.
Yeah, I don't think anything was too terribly difficult about the seed. I just goofed in 6, unfortunately, and that cost me everything.
Any regrets, though?
No, not at all. I think this tournament was pretty darn fun. I'm probably just going to have to keep doing the tournament stuff, or at least I should say play the weeklies. I don't even know what settings are tonight or whether I'm capable of doing it, but maybe I play the one in an hour. We'll see.
It's the Courage flag set for Triforce Triple Play 3.
So it's a combat set. It's a combat, if I remember correctly, right? Or is that power? That's power. Which one's Courage?
Ooh, good question. Let's see if we can find out.
That was like, I know one of them is like about routing, one of them is about combat, and I forgot what the other one's about.
Headaches.
Yeah,
That reminds me, I gotta meet up with Krim to talk SGL flags at some point.
I mean, I get the privilege of losing to 1-Up now. I think I've beat him 1 out of like 6 races we've done against each other on this.
I mean, it's the best of 3, so maybe now is the time for you to go on a winning streak.
just happy to make it past the first round and make it here. I knew IB was just going to be, I think, a little too tough for me. I was hoping to get a game out of it today, and I could have if I didn't mess up 6, but really, GG's IB. You did fantastic, and you're more than capable of doing just as much as anybody in this tournament. You can go all the way.
I'm glad you believe.
Yeah. You both played great. To answer the question about the flags tonight, it is the TTP Courage flags. These, I think, are the most difficult of the 3 because it's a second quest overworld and second quest enemies. So you're welcome to try it. The second quest is not for everybody. Some folks in the community really like second quest.
Week 6 of the Master and Apprentice definitely said that.
Yeah, very much so. So that's the basics of TTP Courage. A little challenging, but please feel free to participate in the race in an hour or any of the weeklies or any of the pop-up races that happen throughout the week. We're always welcome here to have as many people as want to race.
We hope
Absolutely.
you do definitely stick around and race with us.
Absolutely. I've got a lot to learn. Just watching these matches is teaching me a lot. I'm getting better and better at combat and things. I just need to get better at realizing what rooms can be what and getting more familiar with the hints. Because the hints today were crucial. It's one of the reasons why I paused when I got to the hint room, is because I forgot I had saved the hints on my desktop under a little note thing I had to pop up. So I was like, oh, yeah, I guess ladder's probably important. Oh, look, any key too. All right, cool.
Yeah, we did notice that when you paused on the screen. We're like, okay, she's probably getting ready for something to make sure that we understand what the hints are. So and you were absolutely right to do so. It's worth taking the few seconds to make sure you understand the hints right and make sure that you figure out, okay, what does that mean for how I want to route. So yeah, no, absolutely fair.
Exactly. The whole hint thing and then the returns thing is just like playing with my brain. It's like, oh, what's okay? I think it goes. Nope, that's not right. Okay, no.
It takes some getting used to.
Yeah. Gliak. The first Gliak is 4. Gliak returns is 8.
Yeah, that's kind of what gets me. But GG's again, IB. Thank you, everybody, for putting us on. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you for hosting this tournament. Y'all are fantastic, and if nothing else, I'll try and maybe sign up for some more commentary now that my tournament stuff is winding down with all the games. So I'm looking forward to watching more of this tournament.
In that case, we'll see you in the booth.
Absolutely. GG's, everybody. Hope you have a good night.
On that note, I think we're going to get out of here because I think it would be a good idea for us to send you over to the race that is going on right now as we speak over on SpeedGaming 2. Isn't that right, BBQ?
That is. That race is about 90 minutes in. Still going as far as I know.
36 minutes in.
Or 96 minutes in.
36.
Oh, 36. Okay. Yeah. See, my brain is burned out from math. I did 2 seconds of math, and now nothing works. Tell everyone on the raid over that there was math over here, and see how Elso reacts.
Yeah, just don't spoil who won this match. Thank you,
Yes,
Riggs,
please.
for joining us on the tracking, and thank you very much to IBKarma and Lanabean for racing today. And we will see you for more Rookie Rumble fun next time here on SpeedGaming. BBQ, you send us out of here.
All right, Rick, thanks for doing comms with me today. Always a pleasure. This was a ton of fun. Riggs, not bad at all for a first-time tracker. Very good job. And thanks to everybody here for watching. This was a great race. Please go on over to SpeedGaming 2 as part of the raid and enjoy that race. There will be another race here in a matter of about 90 minutes as part of the Rookie Rumble tournament. Starts 10 p.m. Eastern. So if you're thirsty for more, we've got more for you. On behalf of everybody as part of the crew here, I'm bbq.gov. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll send you on over to SpeedGaming 2 for more Z1 Randomizer Rookie Rumble 4 action.